Hey y'all, Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV here, back to bring you news and commentary you can use. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna do something just a little bit different. I normally don't cover topics like this, but I thought it was a good idea to talk about it because it ties right into what I've been saying now for a long time. Just recently, you all know I'm here in Georgia, right? Just recently in the Atlanta area, there was a gentleman by the name of Keith Lee. I don't know much about him at all. I have just recently learned that he creates content, or some of the content that he creates. Like I said, I'm just really learning about him. Some of the content that he creates, he does food reviews, from my understanding. And he made a trip to Georgia, to Atlanta, from my understanding, with his family, and he went to different restaurants. Okay, you can do your research and see the information that's out there, but a lot of people, okay, this is a big talking point for many people, the things that he said about restaurants in the Atlanta area. Okay, even there were other people such as the artist Cardi B, from my understanding, who also commented and even agreed with some of the things he said. And he actually was talking about how, some of the restaurants that he went to, I won't get to naming them because I don't want to confuse them or anything like that. But some of the restaurants he went to, he didn't have such a great experience. He went there to eat, to, support the restaurant. And for whatever reason, he wasn't able to order. Whether it was online, he wasn't able to place a to-go order right there at the restaurant. I really don't know. So rather than place a to-go order, I guess they just wanted them to sit down, and then the wait time was a very long time. He just ran into his family, okay, because I think he sent his family in first. He didn't want them to know it was, him, because he even said, and I thought this was very commendable, he doesn't want to be treated. He's saying that himself. He's like a regular person. He wants to be, treated the same. And so, for different reasons, his family and even him, they were met with different challenges. And all they wanted to do was just, to order, eat, pay for their food, and, leave, right? And it brings me to this point, and I want to connect it with something that I talk about, on the channel. Now, have I experienced some of the same things that he talked about? Yes. I've called restaurants. I've tried to place orders online. I'm specifically talking about some restaurants in the Atlanta and Metro Atlanta area. Some restaurants, for some reason, they had turned off their online ordering system after a certain time at night. For whatever reason, they won't let you call and place a to-go order over the phone. They want you to come into the restaurant. Excuse me. They want you to actually come into the restaurant and place your order at the bar area. Some restaurants, for whatever reason, okay, I'm talking about things that I have experienced, okay, myself and my family have experienced. There's some restaurants who, for whatever reason, they turn off their online ordering systems. Sometimes they won't even answer the phone. You can't even call and, do reservations. Some restaurants don't take reservations, and there's some other challenges, right? Now, I know even on the channel, we've talked about labor shortages and things like that, but even before all of these, recent events and the pandemic, it was like that. So it makes me wonder, why exactly is it like that, particularly with Atlanta restaurants? Now, I've had the advantage, and I have the advantage to travel to different areas. I have even been to other states. Okay, you all know right here on the channel, over the summer, I was in New York. I spent some time in New York. And that's what Cardi B was saying, she's from New York, from my understanding. And the people of New York there, you go in, hey, the door is open, you place your order, you get your food. It's not a hassle, okay? They don't tell you, oh, it's going to be, at least the places that we went to, right? It wasn't a long wait time. Now, I do know that, some of y'all must say, okay, well, Andrea, New York City is much bigger than Atlanta, and that's very true. But what I'm saying is, whether it was, and I went during different times of the day, right, to different restaurants to eat. And even when they were busy, okay, they still, they treated you, it was good customer service. They treated you as if they wanted your business, and the food was good as well. Now you have some spots here, the spots that I've been to in Atlanta, you know, the food is good, but it's just something about this service. Like, it's just a hassle just to, you know, just to even get in the door or to place your order, right? But this is what I want to say, y'all. This is another example. Now, it's nothing wrong with going out to eat, okay? I'm not telling you you shouldn't go out to eat, right? You can certainly do whatever you want to do, but that's why I say, okay, y'all, and y'all see, I have a playlist, Cooking with Andrea Speaks CVL podcast, rather. And I talk about the need to be able to cook your own food, okay? Now, if you're relying on restaurants, okay, if you're relying on restaurants for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a lot of times you're going to run into challenges, right? Not only is it important for you to know how to cook your own food, but when you cook your own food, you know what's in it. You know, now, am I saying that all restaurants are like this in the Atlanta area? No, I'm not. But I can say that, you know, what some of the things that Keith Lee said, and even what Cardi B shared from her experience, I have experienced the same thing. And there are some restaurants that I do go to, but I do enjoy cooking at home, and I do know how to cook, okay? So if you're, you know, someone who used to, now, I'm not saying this to put those businesses out of business. I don't want to do that. That's not the purpose of the video. But my point is, okay, if you're that frustrated with your restaurant experiences, no matter where you live at, listen, I want to suggest that you know how to cook your own food, okay? If you want to learn how to cook spaghetti, okay, I have videos on the channel where I'm teaching you how to cook spaghetti. If you want to learn how to cook in a cast iron skillet, hello, in a cast iron skillet, that's right. I have a playlist. I have videos on the channel teaching you how to clean and season and then cook in cast iron skillets. You need to check out my playlist, y'all. Spaghetti. What else have I cooked on there? I think I did a video. Maybe I was showing you how to cook chicken thighs, different meals, okay? Even how to make you a homemade salad, y'all, okay? Make sure you check out my videos on the playlist. You need to know how to cook your own food. You know, a lot is happening at these restaurants, and I'm not here to make an excuse for them, but I'm just simply saying, if you're not satisfied with the experience, yes, you have the option to go and, you know, eat at other restaurants. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but at the end of the day, it might be best if you know how to cook your own food, okay? And if you need some help with that, make sure you check out my Cooking with Andrea Speaks CV podcast. I'll put the link in the description. Know how to cook, y'all. Know how to cook. You see how this world is going? And who's to say if these restaurants shut down? Well, if all you relying on is eating at the restaurants, then what you gonna do when you can't do that? And then you don't know how to cook. Learn how to cook your own food, y'all. Let me help you with that. Make sure you check out the Cooking with Andrea Speaks CV podcast. And make sure that you check out my how to cook and clean cast iron skillet playlist as well. I'll link all that below. But let me know your thoughts on that, y'all. Do you agree, for those who have eaten out restaurants in the Atlanta area, right? Let me know. Do you agree with what I have said, what Keith Lee said, what Cardi B shared? Or do you say, no, I haven't experienced that? I'd be curious to know your thoughts too, okay? Leave me some comments. Let me know. Learn how to cook your own food, y'all. It's best to be as self-sufficient as possible.